Can you make $1 million selling things on Fortnite, or is that illegal? I'm a lawyer and I'm gonna let you know whether you can make $1 million on Fortnite. You know, we're in a strange place in history where digital goods and video games have come to be worth real money in the real world. I never could have imagined this back in 1990 when I first found the Tanuki suit in Super Mario 3. And that thing was amazing. Do you know the Tanuki from Mario 3? He's like a raccoon, and of course he can fly, because why wouldn't a raccoon fly? It was really cool in 1990, I promise. You know, Epic and Fortnite have attracted controversy from day one, whether it's getting banned on the Apple App Store, violating federal privacy protection rights, or illegally enticing children to spend tons of money on in-game purchases. But what I want to talk about today is whether you can make big cash selling those in-game items you worked so hard for. Now, video game skins are worth big money. Big money. For proof of that, you don't have to look any farther than the record-breaking Federal Trade Commission fine against Epic Games, who are the makers of Fortnite. The Federal Trade Commission, or FTC, accused Epic of several wrongful acts, mostly surrounding the sale of digital items inside the game. These items were mostly cosmetic, meaning they didn't give a player an advantage, but made their character look really cool. Now, the FTC accused Epic Games of misleading users about in-game purchases and privacy violation involving children's data. Specifically, they found that Epic enabled purchases that were too easy to make accidentally, leading to many players racking up charges without fully understanding the implications. At least that's what the kids were telling their parents. Now, Epic Games eventually reached a settlement with the FTC for a whopping $520 million. This was the biggest FTC fine in history. $275 million of that amount was a fine for violating the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, or COPPA. This is a big deal because COPPA governs how companies handle minors' data, and Fortnite has a huge player base of kids. The remaining $245 million was set aside for refunds to consumers who were charged without proper consent, mostly for purchases of cosmetic in-game items. Epic agreed to improve their practices, including clearer disclosures about purchases and better privacy controls. So clearly, in-game purchases have become a big business, and that has led to a lot of players wondering if they can make big money selling their Fortnite items. But before you whip out your credit card and buy a sweet skin from some sketchy website, let's break down the legalities. The idea that a digital item in a video game could have real-world value is very new. There are almost no laws that govern the transfer of items between players in video games. The legal system just hasn't caught up with that idea yet. Now, because there aren't any laws on point, we look to the game's End User License Agreement, or EULA, as the governing document. The Fortnite EULA states that you, the player, don't own any part of the game. Your use of a template does not give you any copyrights or other ownership. All rights granted to you under this agreement are granted by express license only and not by sale. What does that mean? It means you don't own anything in Fortnite. Not your character, not your skins, not your items, nothing. And you can't sell anything that you don't own. The agreement gets even more explicit where it states you may not transfer, sell, gift, exchange, trade, lease, sublicense, or rent game currency or content except within the software and as expressly permitted by Epic. So there it is, folks, straight from the horse's mouth, or in this case, I guess, the battle bus's tailpipe. Selling your account is a big no-no. Epic Games is basically saying you can't just turn your hard-earned loot into cash. Now, some people try to get around these restrictions by selling their entire account. eBay is filled with auctions for accounts that come with tons of rare items. Well, there's no such thing as a safe Fortnite account sale. Take this kid, for example. He thought he was going to spend $300 on some really cool new gear, but then a scammer got his login information, stole everything in his game, and deleted his account. Engaging in these unregulated markets can lose you a ton of money, so you need to protect yourself. If you buy or sell an account, you risk having your account banned. And let's face it, no one wants to end up as that guy who lost his account over a $5 skin. It's just not a safe place to be. Imagine this, you log in, ready to show off your sweet new skin, only to find out your account is suspended. Epic Games is out there like a bouncer at a club, and they don't take kindly to account shenanigans. Selling or buying accounts is an unregulated black market that makes you a prime target for phishing schemes and frauds. You might think you're making bank, but the next thing you know, your account's gone, and so is your money. Getting caught selling accounts by Epic could be worse than getting caught in the storm at the end of the game. It's just not worth it. So what should you do instead? I guess focus on earning those V-Bucks the old-fashioned way. If you're after that rare skin, keep playing, and maybe you'll get it in the Battle Pass or in a future event. And this is a game after all. Shouldn't you be playing it for fun? Do kids still play games for fun? Dude, is that still a thing, games for fun? I log in and the kids just yell at me, and then we're done. Is that what gaming is these days? Is gaming for fun still a thing? I'm not sure. So next time you think about selling that account with all those sweet skins, just remember, it's not worth the risk. Stick to leveling up and enjoy the game the way it was meant to be played. I'm interested to know if any of you have ever run into a Fortnite scam. So let me know in the comments below if you've ever been scammed out of money or items on Fortnite. And remember, if you've enjoyed this video, to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next week.